The day Messi totally owned the entire Real Madrid squad with a crushing win was straight up epic. This face-off between Barcelona and Real Madrid went down in 2009 at the Santiago Bernabeu, with both teams battling for the top spot in La Liga. Real, led by Juan de Ramos, boasted some solid players like Casillas, Sergio Ramos, Cannavaro, Raúl, Robin, and Higuaín. Meanwhile, Barca, under the guidance of Pep Guardiola, rocked a powerhouse lineup featuring Xavi, Puyol, Iniesta, Eto'o, Henry, and the young gun Messi, just 21, eager to flex his soccer skills. It was the perfect chance for Messi to wreck his biggest rival and cement his status as a major star for Barcelona. The ref blew the whistle and the game kicked off with a bang! Right out the gate, Barcelona took the offensive, with Messi getting the ball up front and dishing it right to Xavi. The Spanish midfielder didn't hesitate and decided to take a long shot from outside the box at the goal. But the Real Madrid goalie managed to pull off a solid save. Around the 2-minute mark, it was Real Madrid's turn to strike, with Robin receiving a long pass on the right. Using his speed and skills, the Dutch forward juked the defender and pushed toward the goal. As he stormed into the box, Robin tried to finish, but a Barca defender blocked the shot, sending the ball out of bounds. A few minutes later, Barcelona was on the move again, with Messi weaving through two players and passing the ball to Eto'o. With the ball at his feet, the Cameroonian ace decided to launch a long shot toward the goal. However, Casillas was on his toes and made another great save for Real Madrid. Messi was totally fired up and hungry for action. At the 11-minute mark, Piqué fired a long pass to Messi, who was on the attack. Despite the power behind the pass, the Argentine bolted full speed to catch up with it, showing off some insane hustle that many other players might not have. Casillas, the Real Madrid keeper, quickly rushed out of the goal to intercept the pass, and in the process, collided with Messi. After the clash, Casillas seemed to be hurt. By the 13th minute, the game started to tilt in Real Madrid's favor as they put together a slick attack. Sergio Ramos got the ball on the right, faced off against the defense, and found room to whip the ball into the center of the box. Higuaín, perfectly positioned, met the cross and headed it with power and precision, driving the ball straight into the net. This early goal from Real Madrid pumped up the fans, who went wild celebrating the lead. On the flip side, Messi was not having it and was ready to hit back hard. Around the 17th minute, the Argentine star leveraged his sharp game sense to send a spot-on pass to Henry inside the box. With the ball at his feet, the French striker came face-to-face with the opposing goalkeeper and didn't miss his shot, driving the ball into the back of the net. This equalizing goal, courtesy of Messi's assist, boosted the Catalan team's confidence, firing them up even more to go for the win. Shortly after, Barcelona kicked off another attack, with Henry taking the ball on the left wing, juking the first defender, and sprinting towards the goal. As he neared the box, the French striker was fouled, halting his advance. Xavi stepped up and focused to take the free kick, whipping a cross into the area. Puyol, perfectly positioned in the box and unmarked, leaped high to head the ball with tons of force and precision, slamming it into the back of the net. Barcelona's second goal in such a short time showcased the Catalan team's determination in the match. Meanwhile, Real Madrid's fans watched in disbelief as their team conceded 2 goals in just a few minutes. Right after, Real Madrid tried to strike back with Robin, leading an attack on the right, dodging 2 players and passing to Higuaín. With the ball under control, the Argentine also beat the Barca defenders and sent it back to Robin, well placed in the box, who fired a shot at the goal. However, the Barcelona keeper saved the shot, deflecting the ball out. Following that, Robin set up another play, passing to Higuaín in the box, who tried to cross to Raúl in the penalty area. But Raúl almost reached the ball, wasn't quick enough, and the Barcelona defense cleared the danger. Meanwhile, Messi was itching for more action in the game. At the 23rd minute, Barcelona regained possession in midfield and launched a counterattack, passing the ball up to Messi in the attack. Facing off against the opposing keeper, the Argentine star unleashed a powerful shot towards the goal. However, Casillas, super alert, pulled off a fantastic save, preventing Barcelona from extending their lead. A few minutes later, Barcelona kept up the pressure with Xavi feeding the ball to Eto'o inside the box, who didn't hesitate to blast a powerful shot at goal. Yet again, Casillas came through with an excellent save for Real Madrid. At the 28-minute mark, Barcelona set up a slick play with Messi weaving through some defenders and trading passes with Iniesta, who passed it back to him inside the box. With the ball at his feet, Messi tried to finish, but Casillas once again positioned himself well and blocked Messi's shot, thwarting another attempt by the Argentine ace. A few minutes later, Real Madrid responded with Raúl getting a pass near the box and taking a long-range shot. However, he put too much power into it, causing the ball to rise too high and sail over the crossbar. Shortly after, Barcelona went back on the attack with Messi receiving a pass in the box, but quickly surrounded by defender. The Argentine star decided to try a lob shot to beat the opposing keeper. However, Casillas positioned himself correctly and managed to keep out Messi's goal attempt. Soon after, Messi ramped up the pressure on the opposing defense with a planned play, trading passes with Xavi and pushing forward to shoot at goal. But the shot sailed close to the post and went out of bounds. Messi was determined to keep trying until he scored his goal. And that's exactly what happened at the 35th minute, when Barcelona stole the ball from the opposing defense and Messi made a beeline for the goal. Breaking into the area, the Argentine ace came face to face with the keeper and this time seized the chance, scoring the goal. This goal, Barcelona's third of the match, made coach Pep Guardiola extremely proud, recognizing Messi's potential to become the best player in the world. As the first half was winding down at the 44th minute, Messi tried to organize an attack, but was brought down by Marcelo with a foul near the box. For this foul, Marcelo received a yellow card. This free kick near the area was a major threat to Real Madrid, given Xavi and Daniel Alves' skills at set pieces. Both were positioned to execute the play, and it was Daniel Alves who took the shot, a powerful and precise strike towards the goal. However, Casillas was alert and made an excellent save, preventing Barcelona from extending their lead. The ref blew the whistle to start the second half, which kicked off with even more intensity. Right at the 47th minute, Barcelona launched an attack with Iniesta trying a solo move, weaving through some defenders and firing at the goal. However, the accuracy of the shot wasn't quite there, and the ball went wide. Soon after, Barcelona tried to set up another attack with Henry getting the ball on the left wing and pulling off a slick move on Sergio Ramos, lobbing the ball over his head and heading towards the opponent's goal. But as he tried to enter the area, a second defender managed to intercept him and sent the ball out of bounds. Now it was time for Messi to make his mark on the game again. At the 53rd minute, Barcelona regained possession in midfield and launched a counterattack with Messi, who used his agility to dribble past the opposing defenders and charge towards the goal. Breaking into the area, the Argentine star came face-to-face with the keeper and took a shot at goal. However, the shot lacked precision and the ball went wide of the target. Around the 55th minute, Real Madrid tried to start an attack on the right with Sergio Ramos, who was fouled by Iniesta. The free kick from that distance posed a great threat to Barcelona, especially since Real Madrid has skilled aerial players. And that's exactly what happened when Robin took the free kick with a precise cross into the area, where Sergio Ramos, well-positioned, headed it powerfully and accurately into the back of the net. This second goal for Real Madrid in the match got the Santiago Bernabeu stadium packed with real fans, absolutely buzzing with euphoria, fueling hopes of a draw or even a comeback. But the joy of the Real Madrid fans didn't last long. That's because right after, Barcelona launched a blistering attack, with Xavi delivering an excellent through ball to Henry up front. The opposing keeper, Casillas, tried to come out to intercept, but Henry got there first and shot towards the unguarded goal, slotting the ball into the back of the net. This fourth goal for Barcelona in the game was a tough blow for the opposing fans, while the players of the Catalan team celebrated extending their lead over their biggest rival. At the 59th minute, Barcelona set up another attack, with Eto'o receiving the ball inside the box and passing it to Messi, who was more central. However, just as Messi received the pass, the ref called offside and the play was nullified. At the 72nd minute, Barcelona regained possession in midfield and kicked off an attack led by Messi. Using his remarkable speed, Messi breezed past several defenders and delivered a precise pass to Iniesta, who was inside the box. However, upon receiving the ball, Iniesta was quickly dispossessed by an opposing defender and hit the deck. Despite protests, the referee decided not to award a penalty and waved play on. Messi seemed unsatisfied with the lead and wanted to widen the gap. And that's exactly what happened at the 74th minute, when Messi set up a play with Xavi, passing the ball to him and getting it back already inside the box. Finding himself face-to-face with the opposing goalkeeper, Messi took the opportunity and fired into the corner, scoring his second goal of the match. This fifth goal for Barcelona further complicated things for Real Madrid, who were now facing a thrashing in front of their biggest rival with the stadium full of their fans. The humiliation was so severe that after this goal, Real Madrid fans began to leave the stadium even before the match ended. And if things were already tough for Real Madrid, they could still get worse. As the clock neared the 82nd minute, Barcelona capitalized capitalized on a Real Madrid passing error to launch a counterattack. Messi quickly found Eto'o on the right with a pinpoint pass. Charging towards the box, the Cameroonian striker whipped the ball into the center of the penalty area. Casillas, the Real Madrid keeper, tried to come out to intercept the cross, but Piqué, perfectly positioned, seized the chance to push the ball into the back of the net. This sixth goal for Barcelona in the game marked the peak of humiliation for Real Madrid in front of a packed Santiago Bernabeu. At this point, many Real Madrid fans began to leave the stadium in droves. With the game winding down at the 86th minute, Barcelona nearly extended their lead when Bojan got the ball on the right, pushed forward, and crossed into the box. Messi, well placed, tried to finish but couldn't connect well with the ball, which ended up going out of bounds. Shortly after, the referee blew the whistle to end the game. This crushing victory for Barcelona under Pep Guardiola saw Messi as the standout player of the game, scoring 2 goals and delivering an assist. That year, Barcelona clinched the La Liga title, and the young Messi won his first and much coveted FIFA Ballon d'Or. The day Messi lit up the field in a championship final with a historic win was just unreal. The face-off between Barcelona and Sevilla went down on August 11th, 2015 in the UEFA Super Cup final. Messi's Barcelona was having a killer season, and snagging this title was mega crucial for the Argentine superstar to bag his 5th FIFA Ballon d'Or. The ref kicked off the game and it started off intense. Right in the first minute, Sevilla made a bold move attacking, with Reyes getting a sharp forward pass, but he was swiftly taken down by a tough slide from Mascherano near the box. This foul, just 22 meters from the goal, was a massive threat to Barcelona, cranking up the tension in the stadium. Banega, rocking jersey 19, got set with total focus for the kick and shot with wicked precision toward the goal, slotting the ball right into the net, leaving the Barcelona keeper just watching the play. Sevilla scoring so early was a heavy hit for Barcelona, now under the pump and needing to hustle to flip the script. Now, it was Messi's turn to step up. Around the 5-minute mark, Barcelona pushed for an attack, with Messi linking up with Suarez. But due to tight marking, Suarez got dropped near the box. The foul, just 19 meters from the goal, gave Messi the perfect shot to clap back at the goal they conceded and show off his mad skills on free kicks. Messi zoned in before taking the free kick and nailed a perfect shot, hitting the spot right on. Messi's equalizer boosted Barcelona's vibes and got the crowd hyped, celebrating big time. The Argentine ace seemed on fire that day. At 11 minutes, Messi got the ball on the right flank and tried to outplay a defender by lobbing the ball over his head. But before he could chase it down, he was stopped by the same player who fouled him. At 13 minutes in, Barcelona tried to launch an attack, but it got cut short when Rakitic was fouled hard near the box, teeing up another dangerous set piece. Messi stepped up to take the free kick again, but this time he faced a keeper who was even more on his toes and dead set on stopping any goals. However, all the Sevilla keeper's efforts turned out to be no match for Messi, who once again delivered a killer shot, beating the wall and smashing the ball into the net. This second free kick goal from Messi in such a short time underscored his insane ability to turn chances into spectacular goals, cementing his rep as a master of this art. Close to the 23rd minute, Barcelona earned a corner and Messi went for a unique approach, aiming for an Olympic goal. But the Sevilla keeper was alert and blocked the attempt. At 27 minutes, Barcelona orchestrated a group attack, with Mathieu getting the ball on the left side and whipping it into the box. Suarez, perfectly positioned and unmarked, got the pass and nailed it, sending the ball into the net. But before the Uruguayan striker could celebrate, the ref called offside, wiping out the whole play. As the first half was winding down, around the 43rd minute, Barcelona broke away on a counter, leaving Suarez one-on-one with the opposing keeper. Suarez's shot, though, wasn't spot on and got blocked by the keeper, who punched it away. The rebound fell back to Suarez, who this time decided to wait for backup and passed it to Rafinha in the middle of the box, who managed to finish and put the ball into the net. This third goal for Barcelona widened the Catalan team's lead, reinforcing the vibe that they could win this game easily. The second half kicked off even more intense. Barcelona was the first to hit the ground running at the 47th minute, with Suarez taking the ball on the right side and firing a shot from outside the box. But the power was too much, and the ball soared high, flying over the crossbar. But Suarez was fired up to make his mark on the game. Soon after, at 51 minutes, Barcelona intercepted a pass in the opponent's defense and quickly set up a counterattack. Suarez got the ball inside the box and came face-to-face with the keeper. The Uruguayan striker seized the moment and shot through the keeper's legs, scoring the goal. This fourth goal for Barcelona significantly widened their lead and brought the Catalan team even closer to clinching the title. But the opponents weren't ready to just roll over. At 56 minutes, Sevilla launched a quick counterattack, with Vitalo pushing up the left flank and sending the ball into the middle. Reyes, number 10, perfectly positioned and unmarked, took the pass and finished successfully, scoring the goal. Instead of celebrating, Sevilla players quickly grabbed the ball and restarted the game, looking to save time. Right after the goal, Barcelona went back on the offensive with a series of quick passes that ended with Rafinha receiving the ball inside the box. He spun and fired a strong shot at goal. However, the opposing keeper was on his toes and pulled off a fantastic save. Messi, who had been quiet in the second half, needed to shine again. At 60 minutes, the Argentine ace sparked a quick counterattack, linking up with Rakitic and racing across the field. Once inside the box, Messi dished it to the center for Rakitic, who took a shot, but it was blocked by an opposing defender and went out for a corner. Rakitic took the corner kick and whipped in a cross. Rafinha, well placed, headed the ball toward the goal, but it smacked the crossbar, just missing a goal. At 70 minutes, it was Sevilla's turn to hit back with Tremolinas on the left, sending a cross into the area. But as Vitolo went for the header, he was taken down in the box by Mathieu, who picked up a yellow card for the foul. Gamiro, number 9, lined up and focused for the penalty and fired a shot into the corner, leaving no chance for the Barcelona keeper. This third goal for Sevilla in the match really boosted the team's confidence, now just one goal away from tying the game. Messi was getting frustrated watching the opponent make a comeback. Around 74 minutes, the Argentine star received the ball up front and decided to risk a powerful and precise shot from outside the area. Despite striking it well, the Sevilla keeper was alert and made a great save. Soon after, as Sevilla tried to mount an attack, a scuffle for the ball led to a foul against them. Banega, wearing number 19, stepped up for the free kick and sent a cross into the box. Coke got the ball on the right side and tried to pass to the center, aiming for Gamiro, but the striker couldn't reach it in time and the ball rolled out of bounds. Around the 80th minute, Sevilla executed a throw-in, passing the ball to Immobile on the right. He shook off a defender and sent a pass into the center of the box. Konoplyanka, perfectly positioned, received the pass and nailed it, scoring the equalizing goal. The Sevilla squad burst into joy with that goal, seeing a chance to turn the score around. On the other side, worry and frustration were clear on the face of Barcelona's coach, Luis Enrique, at the thought of losing the title. As the game neared its end at the 88th minute, Messi tried to pull off a solo move but got stopped by a foul. Even though the foul was from a considerable distance from the goal, it still posed a significant threat, as Messi had already scored twice from similar situations during the match. The Argentine star got set with focus and unleashed a powerful shot that almost made it, skimming close to the crossbar and going out. In the last play before the break, Barcelona launched a quick counter with Suarez charging down the field, only to be taken down by a slide tackle from behind. Messi lined up for the free kick again and took a strong shot, but this time the ball hit the wall. With no more changes in the score, the game went into overtime. The first half of overtime kicked off intense, with loads of fouls being committed by both teams. The clearest chance of the first half of overtime came at 105 minutes when Mariano from Sevilla got the ball in the box. He pulled off a body feint to dodge the defense and carve out space for a shot. Despite the effort, his shot was weak, allowing the Barcelona keeper to make an easy save. The second half of overtime started, and Messi was all set to decide the game. At 108 minutes, Barcelona mounted an attack with Daniel Alves whipping a cross into the middle, where Messi tried for a spectacular bicycle kick. However, he didn't connect well, and the ball flew wide of the goal. A few minutes later, Messi controlled the ball up front and attempted a solo play, only to be stopped by a foul near the box, abruptly halting his advance. The foul, just 22 meters from the goal, gave Messi a perfect chance to score, considering his impressive track record of turning similar opportunities into memorable goals. The Argentine star carefully set up and unleashed a powerful kick, which got blocked by the wall. But the rebound fell right back to his feet. On his second try, Messi opted for a low, well-placed shot. However, the Sevilla keeper managed to save it, though he couldn't hold onto the ball tightly. Pedro, strategically positioned in the box, pounced on the rebound left by the keeper and drilled the ball into the back of the net, scoring Barcelona's 5th goal in the thrilling final minutes of the match. This goal triggered an intense celebration among the Barcelona players, who felt immense relief and deep satisfaction at securing the victory after an intense and heart-pounding match. Not long after, the ref blew the final whistle. Barcelona clinched the UEFA Super Cup, thanks to an epic performance by Messi in turning free kicks into goals. That year, the Argentine superstar had an amazing season with Barcelona, sweeping all the tournaments he played in and snagging his 5th Ballon d'Or. The day Messi pulled off a beastly hat trick and proved once again why he's the world's top baller was straight fire. This went down on September 18th, 2018, during the group stage match between Barcelona and PSV Eindhoven in the Champions League. Barca was stacked with ace players like Piqué, Suarez, Rakitic, Dembele, and the main man Messi, who was on a tear that day and wasn't about to let his opponents off the hook. The ref kicked off the match, and things got heated right away. The first real scare was sparked by PSV drawing a foul on the attack. Lozano stepped up for the free kick, whipping across into the mix. At first, Barca's defenders managed to clear, but the ball bounced right to Pereiro. He controlled it and quickly blasted one towards the goal, but Pereiro put too much juice on it, sending the ball sailing over the bar. At the 10-minute mark, Barca pushed forward with Philippe Coutinho, sparking a slick play. He passed to Suarez and dashed towards the box, hoping for a 1-2. Suarez whipped it back to Coutinho, who went for the header, but the header lacked finesse, and the ball drifted out of play. Soon after, PSV hit back with a rapid counter, with Bergwijn taking the ball deep into enemy territory. Stepping into the box, Bergwijn let loose a shot aimed at the goal. However, the shot's accuracy was off, and the ball flew out of play. Now it was Messi's turn to shine in the game. Around the 15-minute mark, Barcelona set up a smooth attack with Philippe Coutinho skillfully dodging defenders and creating space for a sharp cross into the box. Strategically well placed, Messi got the pass and took a first-time shot. However, the shot didn't go as planned, and the ball soared too high, flying out without threatening the goal. By the 19th minute, Barcelona ramped up the pressure when Messi, with his killer vision, threaded a slick forward pass to Suarez in the box. The Uruguayan striker received the ball totally unmarked and went one-on-one with the keeper, but his finish was lacking, and the ball drifted out of play, squandering a prime chance. Right after, Barcelona charged back into the attack with Philippe Coutinho, whipping a well-aimed cross into the area. Sergi Roberto, in a prime spot, headed the ball toward goal. However, the header was too weak, allowing the PSV keeper to make an easy and secure save. At the 27th minute, Barcelona kept on pressing the opposing defense with determination, this time with Sergi Roberto taking the ball forward and firing a shot from outside the box. But the PSV goalie was alert and pulled off a solid save, keeping the score unchanged. Around the 29-minute mark, Barcelona ramped up their attack with Dembele skillfully weaving through the field, dodging several opponents with slick moves until he was abruptly stopped by a foul near the penalty area. Because of this foul, PSV's defender Viergever quickly got slapped with a yellow card, clearly aiming to halt Barcelona's promising advance. This foul, so close to the box, could spell major trouble for PSV, especially since Messi, famed for turning free kicks into stunning goals from similar distances, was all set to take the shot. The ref gave the go-ahead, and the Argentine star unleashed a shot with deadly precision, slotting the ball right into the top corner, leaving no chance for the opposing keeper. This first Messi goal was a big hint that he was on fire that day. At the 35-minute mark, Suarez picked up the ball at midfield, and noticing the PSV goalie was off his line, went for a bold, long-range shot. Despite this, the goalie managed to hustle back quickly and pulled off the save, effectively snuffing out the goal attempt. Around the 42-minute mark, Barcelona launched another fierce attack, with Rakitic getting the ball in the offensive half and ripping a right-footed curler from outside the box. However, the PSV goalie was well positioned and made the save coolly and securely. As the game neared the first half whistle around the 45-minute mark, PSV hit back with a quick counter, with De Jong getting the ball up front. The PSV's number 9 skillfully controlled the ball and launched a long-range shot, but he struck it way too hard, sending the ball soaring over the crossbar. The second half kicked off with even more intensity. Messi was determined to extend Barcelona's lead. At the 49th minute, the Argentine star received the ball up front, marched boldly towards the center of the field, and let loose a left-footed shot from outside the area, aiming to catch the opposing goalie off guard. Although the shot was accurate and well-directed, the PSV goalie was super alert and pulled off a fantastic save, denying the goal. A few minutes later, Barcelona kept up the pressure on attack with Suarez charging down the left and whipping the ball into the middle of the area. Philippe Coutinho, totally unmarked, received the ball and fired off a strong shot, but unfortunately, it soared too high over the crossbar, blowing a solid chance. At the 57-minute mark, Barcelona launched another sharp attack with Philippe Coutinho getting the ball inside the box, pulling off a slick dribble move and carving out space to unleash a powerful and precise shot towards the goal. However, the PSV keeper leapt skillfully to make an excellent save, knocking the ball clear. Shortly after, Barcelona tried to kick off another attack with Suarez, but it was abruptly cut short by a foul. This foul near the area posed another threat for PSV, as Messi, who had already nailed a free kick earlier in the game, was gearing up to take the shot. The Argentine ace focused and fired a shot that whizzed dangerously close to the crossbar, but ended up going out. out, leaving the score unchanged. At the 65th minute, PSV, which had been struggling, responded with Lozano picking up the ball on the attack and trying a long-range shot, aiming to turn the tide of the game. However, the accuracy of the shot wasn't on point, and the ball went far off target, posing no threat to Barcelona's goal. By the 67th minute, Barcelona set up a dynamic attack, with Suarez noticing the keeper was off his line and launching a cheeky lob shot, trying to chip the opposing goalie with a bold move. However, the ball smacked the crossbar and nearly went in, almost extending Barcelona's lead. Barcelona was dominating offensively, and it felt like a goal could happen at any moment. And that's exactly what went down at the 74th minute, when Dembélé got the ball up front, skillfully dribbled past two defenders with great finesse, and created enough space to fire a beautiful and powerful shot from outside the box. Dembélé's strike was super precise and powerful, nailing the perfect corner of the net, leaving no chance for the PSV goalie to make a save. This second goal for Barcelona not only confirmed their domination, but also pumped up the fans even more, thrilled by the exceptional performance of the Catalan squad, now holding a comfortable 2-goal lead and solidifying their superiority in the match. Now it was time for Messi to shine again in the game. Shortly after, at the 76th minute, Barcelona mounted another effective attack with Rakitic, who delivered a beautiful and precise pass to Messi inside the box, ramping up the pressure on the opposing defense. The Argentine ace, showing off his skill and masterful finishing, took the ball first time without hesitation and fired off an excellent shot, slotting the ball right into the corner of the net, sending the crowd wild. This third goal for Barcelona not only boosted the confidence of the excited fans further, but also highlighted the brilliance of the Catalan team's performance as they witnessed a remarkable and beautiful display from their team in the competition, making for a memorable showing. Around the 78th minute, PSV attempted to respond with a quick counter led by Lozano. However, it was halted when Umtiti committed a severe foul, diving at the opponent, causing a collision and resulting in Lozano getting injured. Due to this foul, Umtiti received a yellow card. Since he already had a yellow earlier in the match, he was shown the red card, resulting in his dismissal from the game. At the 82nd minute, PSV launched a promising attack with Lozano receiving an extremely accurate pass inside the box, coming face-to-face with Barcelona's experienced goalie. The Mexican striker, without hesitation, fired off a quick and precise shot, efficiently tucking the ball into the back of the net with great skill. However, before he could celebrate the goal, the referee had quickly called offside, nullifying the entire play and dashing the hopes of the team and their fans. On the flip side, Messi wasn't done yet and showed an unstoppable desire to further widen the score, showcasing his competitive spirit. And that's exactly what happened as the game neared its end. Around the 87th minute, when Suarez delivered a stunning, precise, and well-calculated pass to Messi, putting him one-on-one with the opposing goalie in a prime spot. The Argentine ace didn't miss the chance given and finished with great technique and accuracy, sending the ball to the back of the net, much to the delight of the fans. This third Messi goal in the game once and for all sealed Barcelona's crushing victory over PSV in the Champions League, highlighting the Catalan dominance in the clash. With Messi proving once again why he's considered the best player in the world, his performance further cemented his flawless reputation on the global football stage. Shortly after, the referee blew the final whistle. Messi was the star of the show, netting 3 beautiful goals, including a spectacular free kick. During the 2018-2019 season, Barcelona reached the semifinals of the Champions League. By the end of 2019, Lionel Messi was honored with the Ballon d'Or, an award that spotlighted his exceptional performances throughout the season. The day Messi went off, scoring all the goals in a legendary comeback during a clutch game, was straight fire. This face-off between Barcelona and Arsenal went down on April 6, 2010, during the Champions League quarter-finals. Barca, led by Pep Guardiola, had a stacked squad with heavy hitters like Xavi, Iniesta, Daniel Alves, Busquets, Victor Valdez, and the young gun Messi, only 22, who needed to keep proving himself to maybe snag his second Ballon d'Or. The ref kicked things off, and the game was 0-100 real quick. Before hitting the 3-minute mark, Barcelona launched an offensive with Messi feeding Boyan on the left flank, who then whipped it across into the box. Xavi, chilling in the perfect spot, got on the end of that cross and went for a first-time finish. Sadly, his shot lacked the juice, sending the ball out of play. Then it was Messi's time to shine. A bit later, the Argentine superstar took the ball on the attack and blasted a fierce shot at goal. But the Arsenal keeper pulled off a sick save, keeping the score level. Around the 11-minute mark, Messi was at it again, threatening the opposition's defense with a wicked shot from outside the box. The attempt was so on point it nearly went in, missing by just inches, but sadly, it went out of play. However, come the 17th minute, the game flipped when Arsenal launched a quick counter with Walcott speeding down, pushing towards the goal. Getting close, he dished it to Bentner, who tried a direct shot. The keeper managed to save it, but Bentner snagged the rebound and, without blinking, shot again, hitting the mark and scoring the first goal of the match. That early goal gave Arsenal a solid lead, boosting their chances to advance to the semi-finals of the tournament. But Barca had Messi, and with him on the pitch, anything was possible. Just 3 minutes later, at the 20-minute mark, the Argentine player led a thrilling attack, weaving passes until he reclaimed the ball near the opposition's area. That's when Messi decided to unleash a shot of extreme power and precision, sending the ball straight to the net's corner, leaving the opposing goalie no chance to save it. Messi's sick goal not only hit the back of the net, but also leveled the score, sparking a wave of joy and hype among the Barca fans, who now believed in the win and moving forward in the competition. Approaching the 30-minute mark, Messi shined again by kicking off an attack move, dribbling past several Arsenal players in midfield. His advance was only stopped when Denilson went in with a rough foul against him, earning Denilson a yellow card. Daniel Alves took the free kick with intense focus and fired a powerful and accurate shot. However, the Arsenal keeper was on his toes and managed to make a solid save. Shortly after, the Argentine superstar launched a counter-attack, taking the ball on the right side and heading towards the opponent's goal. Getting close to the area, Messi dribbled past an Arsenal defender and created space for a shot at goal. But the shot's accuracy wasn't on point, and the ball went out of play. Messi seemed dead set on extending his team's lead. Then, at the 36-minute mark, the Argentine player initiated a strategic play, passing the ball to Abidal on the left flank, who immediately crossed it into the area. Despite the initial effort of the English defenders to neutralize the threat, the ball found its way back to Messi in a perfect combination of opportunity and position. With his usual brilliance, Messi didn't waste the chance, and with a precise touch, directed the ball into the net, marking his second goal of the game. This goal not only flipped the game's dynamic in favor of Barcelona, but also set the fans' spirits on fire, exploding into a fervent celebration. Messi's skill to flip the script with his clutch plays was on full display again. But Messi wasn't done. He wanted more. Hitting the 41-minute mark, Barca set up an offensive play that ended with a header pass, finding Messi in a forward position. With his signature speed, he took control of the ball and, entering the box, came face-to-face with the keeper. With unmatched technical skill, Messi went for a chip shot, a bold and technical choice that sailed over the keeper, gently guiding the ball into the net. This third Messi goal of the match didn't just captivate the audience, but also solidified his status as an iconic figure in the soccer world. He proved once again why he's seen as one of the sport's true geniuses. Close to the end of the first half at the 43-minute mark, Messi shone again by intercepting a ball from an opposing player in midfield and starting an offensive. However, as he approached the area, he was dispossessed by an Arsenal defender, losing the ball. Before the break, Arsenal looked to respond, with Nasri leading a counter and trying to connect a pass to a teammate. But the pass was too strong and went out of play. The ref blew the whistle to start the second half, which also kicked off with high intensity. At the 48-minute mark, Barca launched a counter, with Pedro receiving the ball on the right and crossing to Messi in the box. But before Messi could finish the play, the Arsenal keeper intercepted the ball, halting the offensive action. Around the 53-minute mark, Barca pressed the opposition's defense again, with Messi getting the ball on the attack. Approaching the area, he passed to Pedro in the box, who set up Ballon for a shot at goal. However, Ballon's aim was off, and his shot went out of play, missing the target. At the 59-minute mark, Arsenal tried to clap back with a series of passes in the offensive zone until Bentner got the ball inside the box. But just as he was about to shoot, defender Milito slid in for the ball and snatched possession for Barca. A few minutes later, Arsenal went for it again, with Clichy sniping a pass from Barca in midfield and booking it towards the opponent's goal. Getting close to the box, he dished it to Bentner, who, bummer, lost control, killing the attack chance. Around the 68th minute, Arsenal pressed the defense again, with Diaby receiving the ball on the right and whipping across to the middle. Rosicky, perfectly placed, took the pass solo and fired a first-time shot at goal, but he totally botched the connection, sending his shot way off target. Now it was time for Messi to jump back into the spotlight. In the 71st minute of the game, Barca won a free kick in midfield. Messi, with all his slickness, chose to take the kick quickly while the opponents weren't looking sharp. This move created a prime chance for Pedro, who, getting the ball on the attack, tried to finish with a lob shot over the keeper. But Pedro couldn't mirror Messi's tech skill, and his shot ended up off target. Right after, Arsenal hit back with Clichy, whipping in a killer cross into the box. Bentner, in the right spot, headed the ball hard towards goal, but the ball smacked the post, and Arsenal was inches away from scoring. As time ticked on, Arsenal got more and more desperate to level the score. A few minutes later, Arsenal ramped up the offensive pressure thanks to Clichy, who nabbed the ball from a Barca player and dashed at high speed towards the attack. Getting close to the box instead of passing off to a teammate, Clichy decided to go for a long shot, but the accuracy wasn't there and the ball ended up way off the goal. Nearing the 80-minute mark, Barca ramped up the offense with Pedro snagging the ball and faking out defenders with a dummy shot, carving out space for a real shot at goal. However, the shot didn't go as planned, missing precision and sending the ball straight out of play. Now, it was time for Messi to light up the game again. Shortly after, the Argentine wizard got the ball near midfield and chose to go solo, weaving through several opposing players. Getting inside the box, Messi got even bolder and tried to nutmeg an Arsenal player. But before he could finish the move, he lost the ball, ending the offense. At the 82-minute mark, Arsenal hit back, starting an attack with Bentner passing to Walcott, who found himself one-on-one with the Barca keeper. Walcott didn't hesitate and took a shot at goal, but the aim was off and the ball went out of play. In the 86th minute, Barca launched another attack, now with Masuel pulling off a set play and getting the ball inside the box. Facing the Arsenal keeper one-on-one, Masuel shot a well-aimed kick, but the Arsenal keeper made a fantastic save, keeping Barca from widening the lead. It looked like Barca's lead wasn't enough, and that's when Messi popped off again to totally school his opponents. With the game winding down around the 87th minute, the Argentine superstar got the ball and charged towards the opponent's goal, dodging several players along the way. In front of the keeper, he attempted a shot that was saved, but the rebound landed right back at his feet. And this time, with his aim on point, Messi sent the ball to the back of the net. This fourth Messi goal triggered a massive celebration among Barca fans, who were hyped about their team's significant win in the Champions League quarterfinals. And the reason for all the hype was one exceptional player, Lionel Messi, whose unmatched talent had the power to totally flip the script of a tournament. The ref blew the whistle for full time, with Barca advancing to the semifinals. Sadly, that year the Catalan team didn't snag the Champions League title, but that didn't stop Messi from being named the world's best player by FIFA for the second time in his career.